I'm Mike,
And I'm Amber. Welcome to the Covenant Chronicles,
where we tell you the truth about relationships.
giving you the tools to build the foundation you always needed. Hey guys, welcome back to the Covenant Chronicles.
You're over here messing up the intro. I'm over here distracted looking at moose hunting pictures. Golly, we're a mess right now.
Kind of. I keep looking out the windows because the lights are out and it keeps distracting me. We live in Alaska, so the northern lights periodically come out and I'm all about them.
Yeah. Well, with that mess of an intro,
Yeah.
I think that's the perfect time to talk about validation.
Oh, yes. Validation.
Oh, yeah. People are going to love this one. Or they won't. One of the two.
Yeah. I was in the shower the other day. We seem to do all of our best thinking in the shower. I don't know. But I texted Michael and I was like, we need to do a segment on validation. Like, my brain just went down a whole rabbit hole about validation. If I had had a microphone in the shower, it would have been a fantastic podcast. But I didn't, and here we are. But yeah, this validation is a good one.
Yeah. I think a lot of people don't realize how connected it is to the things that they do. Right?
For sure. Everything.
Yeah. Inside of a relationship, I mean, one of the biggest things people don't, I guess, realize, but the seeking that validation or the want for the validation really drives a lot of factors in the relationship, right? And you started talking about some things that you identified as why people do it.
Mhm.
But the validation is, or this, I guess, the search for validation can trigger so much. Guys struggle, especially, you see it a lot in younger guys nowadays, right? High school, late teens, early 20s, mid 20s, where guys are just chasing women, chasing women. It's kind of this like norm, right?
Yep.
Where, oh, he's a young guy. And, guys will chase all these different women. They'll bounce around. Porn is another huge one. Or now, I guess we have OnlyFans and all these online chats and things that you can do. And what's interesting is that nobody really goes back to, well, what about the validation, right? I think it's so prevalent because they don't realize, like, they're trying to figure out who they are. Right? These guys are trying to figure out who they are, who they're gonna be, and they need some validation that they're good at something.
Well, just let's take it down to the very basic here. Like, we are all humans and we are all seeking connection at the basis, like basic level. Like, we seek connection with other humans. And our egos love to be validated, right? Like, absolutely love it. And I think so many of us don't even realize it, don't know it, don't take it into account at all. Like, the amount that our world is like set around giving you constant validation. Constant validation.
Yeah.
And we end up seeking that dopamine hit for validation like nonstop. And I really think that it's like at the core of so many issues that people don't even realize. And like, yes, we are all humans. Yes, we are all seeking that connection, but at the end of the day, like, you have to understand how much you are constantly seeking validation.
Mhm.
Validation to, I mean, literally everything. Like, it's so hard because, like, literally we seek it in everything. Validation that you're smart enough, that you're good looking enough, that you are a good worker, that you are a good enough mom, that you're a good enough dad, that you are a good enough partner, that you like all of the things relate back to validation.
Mhm.
And so we really have to like stop and figure out like what our most basic validation needs are and how to navigate those properly within your relationship. Because at the end of the day, I think this is why there is so much cheating and seeking out validation from other people in marriages and relationships and just everyday life now
Mhm.
is because we don't understand what is actually happening and what we need.
Well, I think it goes back to what we talked about filling a hole that, at the end of the day, we can't fill ourselves,
No.
right?
Yeah.
And so we go out seeking it, whether it's multiple partners, whether it's online chats with women, whether it's talking crap about people, right?
Mhm.
Like that's a big one
Oh, yeah,
because you
yeah.
see, especially you see it a lot in, women. I mean, guys do it a lot too, but I feel that when guys do it, I mean, we also have a love language between each other, right? Where we talk crap. So in a lot of ways, it's a little different, but guys still do it. And it becomes this thing of like, oh, well, look at their hair or look at what they drive or
Mhm.
this or that. And it's this like attempt to validate yourself that you're superior in some way,
Mhm.
right? Um, think about all you hear about if you jump on the internet and you start talking about I guess you start going down a rabbit hole of any direction, right? Social media, pick one and start searching for anything around interaction with people,
Mhm.
right? And it's or relationships especially. There's always this, like you said, there's a need for validation, right? You jump on there and you want people to think a certain way of you on social media. You go to work, you want people to see you and you want people to praise you.
Mhm.
You're at home in your relationship and you want your partner to do certain things to make you feel good. And then when they don't, well, now you start messaging that other person
Mhm.
or you start seeking out, whether either if you think you're in a monogamous relationship or you think you're in a one-on-one situation
Mhm.
behind their back, or if you're in a non-monogamous relationship or you've created that to
Mhm.
seek validation, right?
Mhm.
Because let's be honest, we had this conversation the other day of like we personally haven't met anybody that has done that doesn't have some type of validation issues, right?
Mhm.
And the problem is that when you don't identify this issues or these places where you feel you have shortcomings and actually I work on that side of you to be comfortable and say, okay, I don't need somebody to tell me I'm pretty. I don't need somebody to tell me, I'm good in bed, or I don't need somebody to tell me that I'm a good partner or a good parent or
Mhm.
whatever it is, right?
Mhm.
Because you will go in a massively just addicting downhill spiral
Oh, yeah.
seeking these things, right?
Yeah.
Just destroy yourself and your environment and those around you. You know what I mean? I mean, we see it all the time. especially in situations where there's co-parents
Mm-hmm.
involved, right? Where co-parents will go, so far trying to seek this validation that, well, I'm a better parent, as
Mm-hmm.
opposed to just being like, okay, how do I show up the best for my kids that I can
Yeah.
inside of my own house
Yep.
with just me, right? Or even inside of a relationship, right? We've talked about that one. Where having these conversations, like instead of connecting with your partner, spending the time to connect with your partner. Okay, well, I'm gonna spend this time flirting with these girls,
Yep.
or I'm gonna go pay for some crap online,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
Or better yet, I'm gonna go watch porn and,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna envision this situation
Mm-hmm.
and envision I am something that I'm not
Right.
because I need this validation. I need to fill this hole inside of me.
Right. Yeah. I think that it is a big thing right now. I feel like the world in general really is like catering to this, like, you should be validated nonstop type of thing. And it's created this situation where, like, no one can fill that. Like,
Mm.
you have to be able to validate yourself, which is where the whole internal conversations thing comes into play.
Mhm.
Really validating yourself, but also, like, it does come from God and knowing who you are and where you stand in this world. But when you are constantly feeling like someone else needs to do that for you, people are always going to let you down. Like, no one can totally fill that role for you, right? But I think that our world has created this situation where, like, oh, you only live once, so go out and do all of these things, talk to all of these people. You should be having the most fun you can ever have because you only live once, right? Which creates this whole, oh, I should be, you know, just getting this constant validation from people. And we were talking about this where, like, the whole non-monogamy thing is so big right now. And I truly, truly think when it comes down to the basis of it, it lies in the fact that people have this idea of, like, oh, well, my partner can't satisfy everything that I need. But instead of realizing, like, adding another partner to that is not going to change that. What's going to change it is yourself and your relationship with God. Not having another partner, not having multiple partners, like, those things are not actually going to change how you feel about yourself.
Mm.
And I think people get sucked into this idea, oh, well, if I have another partner to have sex with or to message, to have an emotional relationship with, whatever, like, they're going to be able to fill that void that I feel. Oh, well, my partner at home, like, he's okay at it, but, like, I really need someone else to do it too. It, but is that person really going to actually fill that void? No. And then you're going to seek it from someone else. And it's just a continuous downhill spiral that will never end until you find that in yourself.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy because when let's go back or take it from the extremes down to just basic level inside of your relationship, right? Of, like, even trying to seek validation from your partner,
Mm-hmm.
right? There's a level of your partner should look at you a certain way and you should feel that,
Right.
right? They should do certain things that make you feel loved
Mm-hmm.
and sought after and like they want to be there,
Right.
right? But at the end of the day, do you know that you're that person? Are you seeking for somebody else to
To
tell
tell
you
you.
that,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you know that you're pretty enough? Do you know that you're loved enough,
Mm-hmm.
right? Do you know that you are this person?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's a big thing that people, regardless, right? Like we've talked about the extremes, whether it's porn or online chats or non-monogamy or whatever it is, right? We've talked about those extremes, but also maybe that thing isn't super prevalent in your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you are monogamous. Maybe you don't watch porn, right? Maybe you don't text other men or women,
Mm-hmm.
but you still have these issues, right? Because you're looking for your partner and then you start having these negative internal conversations because you're looking for your partner to tell you,
Mm-hmm.
oh, you're so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you do this for me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're so good in bed,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or whatever it is,
Yeah.
right? As opposed to knowing, like, hey, I am a kind person. I'm a loving person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put all my effort into whatever I do,
Right.
right? I know I'm pretty. I know I have value. And the same thing for men, right? And the things that we tell ourselves. And, for men and women, I suppose, but especially for men, if you feel like you're not any of those things, well, are you actually putting an effort, right? Because that would be my next question. If a guy's like, oh man, I'm not worthy or I'm not good enough to have this woman. Okay, well, are you doing what you're supposed to? Because if you are and she's with you, you're probably good enough. So then we can go back to the internal conversations, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you shouldn't be seeking that validation from them,
Mm-hmm.
right? And from them telling you whatever it is that you feel that you're lacking, because at the end of the day, it's not their job.
Well, I do think, though, that when you start giving yourself validation and you start showing up as that,
Mhm.
like that I know I'm pretty. I know that I have this value. I know that I have that value. Like then your partner starts just automatically showing up in a way of like validating that for you
Mhm.
without actually like without you seeking it. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Um, because I think often, like when we are being our best selves, we do start. I know I start like really praising you for and giving you validation for things. And I think you do the same for me without us being like, "Oh, I really need that." Like it's not like I'm like, "Oh, I need you to validate me today," but like you just do it because you see me showing up in a certain way
Mhm.
and I, see you showing up in a certain way and just automatically am like, you know, hey, you're doing really amazing at this.
Right.
Um
Well, and that's, I guess, a whole different, you know, side of this too. Are you doing those actions to get validation?
mhm,
Right? That's especially dangerous for men,
mhm,
right? Because I'm going to tell you right now, oh, you think she wants you to be a good dad. You think that she wants you to do these romantic things.
mhm,
You think that she wants you to do X, Y, and Z, and she does.
mhm.
But she can also sense when you're just doing it to get a pat on the head and a good boy,
Yeah,
right?
it's true.
Like You women can see that from a mile away.
Yeah.
And so, especially for guys, oh, she's not being appreciative. Oh, you're not getting laid the way you should, or you think you should. Okay, well, stop doing stuff to get a good boy,
Mm-hmm.
right? Stop seeking the validation. That's what it comes back to, right? So
Yeah.
back to the let's, not even the other partners thing or talking to other people or the
Mm-hmm.
online stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing it in your own marriage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for women it looks different, and there's ways that women do it too. But for men, oh, I'm gonna do this. Oh man, I'm gonna clean the house. Cause she says that, well, she doesn't sleep with me because I don't give her enough help around the house. So I'm gonna clean the house and then she'll sleep with me.
Oh, like the one time
Right,
thing, and they're
right.
like, "Oh, but you didn't appreciate. You didn't. You,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, exactly. How many times have you just cleaned the house or helped to clean the house or helped to do something, even if it's
right.
stuff, right? Like maybe it's not even cleaning the house. Maybe it's just doing stuff that needs to get done because
Yeah,
it needs to get done,
yeah,
right? Fixing the dang hinges on the doors,
yeah,
right? Because you got kids running around and they like to swing and hang on doors and do this and that and
yeah,
or the cabinets, right?
yeah.
And
But you're doing it because it needs to be done, not because you're looking for me to then come behind and say, "Oh, good job. You actually did that."
right, right.
Like,
when
I'm so proud of you,
right,
you know.
and that's exactly my point,
Yeah.
right? Is I don't care what you say, bro. I'm tired of my doors not closing properly, right? Because these kids keep hanging on them,
Yeah.
and the hinges, and these dang hinges they sell from overseas now. They have these little dinky screws on them, right? So what did
Yeah.
I do? I spent a little bit of time, maybe it's a half hour, 45 minutes, going through all the doors in the dang house and putting deck screws in all the door hinges,
Yeah.
right? I just wanted the hinges fixed.
Yeah.
The cabinets. I got tired of going down to get a cutting board and the freaking cabinet wanting to fall off the hinges, right?
Yeah.
So here I go, get some other screws, going and fixing the kitchen cabinets and our bathroom cabinets.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't your side that broke in the bathroom. It was my side that fell off.
Yeah.
Right? So I go under my own sink and the dang cabinet don't even want to work.
Yeah.
But that's a perfect example, right? Of how many guys are out here going, oh man, well, she complained about this or she complained about that. Well, why did she have to complain about it? Why didn't you go handle it?
Hmm.
I don't think you said a darn thing ever about the doors or the cabinets, right?
Yeah.
That I recall. But I'm like, yo, this needs to get fixed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the thing. So many guys will sit here and oh, let's reverse it. Let's say, you complained about the kitchen chairs. They were creaking and they were getting a little wonky. And instead of, however you want to do that, whatever your budget allows, whatever your skill set is, whether the solution is to go buy new kitchen chairs or the solution is to, half unscrew them, put a little wood glue on them, tighten them back up, make them all nice again.
Hmm.
But they have this mindset of, oh, okay, well, she said something about it. Cool, I'm gonna go get this so I can get an attaboy,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
For what? Because you're seeking validation,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You're seeking to be validated that you're a good partner.
Hmm.
And that's not to say that you're going to catch everything all the time, but okay, maybe she does complain about the kitchen chairs. Cool, go fix it and move on with your day,
Hmm.
right? Doesn't matter if she says thank you or doesn't say anything at all.
Right.
Just fix it and keep going.
Right. But eventually, like, if that's how you're showing up and you're just doing things because you know that it needs to be done and it needs to be handled, like, I can almost guarantee that your partner is at some point going to say something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not to necessarily like feed you that validation, but like they're going to see that that's how you're showing up, and they're going to want to be like, man, I really have seen that you've like been doing a lot of stuff around the house lately. Like, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's just how they're going to show up, which does, you know, feed into that validation that we seek. But when you're doing it because you don't need the validation, that's not the reason that you're showing up to do the things that you're doing, you're going to end up getting it,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I think so many people don't like really make that connection either in relationships, and that when you show up the way that you should, being your best self, doing the things that should be done, there's going to be validation and appreciation that just naturally follows,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not having to ask you to do these things all the time. I'm not having to nag you to do this or to do that or whatever. You're just choosing to show up and be that.
Mm-hmm.
And that naturally puts me in a place of wanting to be, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Like, you've been doing so much, and I see that, and I really appreciate it,
Mm-hmm.
because that's just how we are. That's another topic. I think that kind of falls into the like f- masculine and feminine
It's
stuff,
funny you say that. I was just thinking that too. But it's the
but
same thing, like with you showing up, right? Like it's pretty rare. We go out to eat sometimes. We went out to eat tonight as a family. Uh, but it's pretty rare that like I I have to actually be like, okay, well, what are we doing for dinner,
Mhm,
right? Like everybody has an off day, but for the most part, you just take care of it, right?
mhm,
Um, there's things around the house that you just take care of. You hate laundry,
mhm.
right? But you just take care of it.
Yeah.
And like I come home and stuff is clean, and there's these things because you just handle it, right?
Mhm,
And it's the same thing with me with handling other stuff that I'm supposed to handle. But that's the thing is, you look at these things and you it's not ever this situation of I feel like you're just doing stuff to get like a good girl, right?
right.
Like it's you just handling the stuff you need to handle. And if it's not every day, it's at least every other day that we kind of throw this stuff back and forth at each other, and instead of being like throwing stones, talking crap, right? Like
Mhm,
you see in a lot of relationships, it's this, hey, I really appreciate you. I
mhm,
just need you to know that, and I want you to know that. I really appreciate you and the things that you do for me,
mhm.
right?
I can say though that there was definitely a time period in our relationship where we both were in the cycle of seeking validation,
Hmm.
and we weren't feeling, I think both of us felt like we weren't getting it. We were definitely not in spaces that we were giving it to ourselves and showing up in that manner. And it definitely did affect our relationship in the sense that, it would turn into this like nagging back and forth. Oh, well, you didn't do this and you didn't do that, and
Hmm.
you didn't blah blah blah, and this like constant negative feedback cycle, when like really we were both seeking validation from each other, but it came out as like, well, you're not doing this and you're not doing that, and I just think that so many relationships get stuck in that cycle.
Hmm.
And if you can kind of remove yourself from that cycle and see the bigger picture, like, oh, what is happening right now? Like, is that what I'm doing? Am I seeking your validation right
Hmm.
now? Am I? am I needing that at this moment? Like, I think that it is okay to say, like, sometimes we need validation from our partner. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Like, I don't think that honestly, I don't think that we can live without being validated in some forms. Like, I do think that we need validation, but I do think that we have to be able to validate ourselves. I think
Hmm.
we do have to be able to find validation from God and that be a huge part of our sense of self. But I do also think that, like, when you're in a healthy relationship, it's okay to need validation from your partner every now and then. But I also think when you're doing it in a healthy way, like, it just comes naturally.
Well, and the other side of that is how you're looking for that validation
Mhm.
too, right?
Yeah.
Like we said, like, are you doing things are to get an attaboy? Are you seeking validation outside of the relationship? Or are you saying, I kind of need to feel wanted right now.
Right.
So maybe you initiate intimacy, right?
Well,
Or something that you need, right? That
just
you,
being able to recognize it
right.
and then start telling your partner too, I think goes into a big part of it. Because if I can come to you and I can say, "Hey, I'm kind of having an issue today. Like, I really just need XYZ from you." Like, I really just need some time with you today. Like, I I need you to just give me cuddles, whatever it is. If you can start realizing that you're needing something specific and then being able to ask your partner for it, I think is also a healthy way of like getting it
Hmm.
versus you having zero idea why you're doing what you're doing. But hey, that girl yesterday told me that I was really cute, and so I think I wanna go get some more of that because that felt really good.
Hmm.
Well, why are you doing that?
Hmm.
What about that made you feel really good? Should you maybe talk to your partner about that and be like, "Hey, this happened, and, you know, maybe at that moment, I really needed whatever it was."
Hmm.
I don't
But
know.
then your partner has to listen, right? Because there's
Yeah.
that side and the understanding that, hey, your partner's not bringing this up because they want to go to the other person.
Right.
They're bringing it up to you because you're their partner.
Mhm.
Something about that they identified that they're missing something,
Mhm.
and they now want to work on that with you.
Right.
So don't let your own emotions, right, create a wall there,
Yeah.
which is then going to push them the other direction to go
Yeah.
back to the girl that told them they looked good.
Yeah. I think that's a good point. And that's I mean, well, let's be clear, like, I don't think you should be just going back to the unhealthy stuff because that seemed better. That's not you should be figuring out what it is that's making you chase that and trying to fix that. But I do think it's a good point that, like, if your partner comes to you about it and you have a discussion about it, it shouldn't just automatically be jumping on them like, "Oh my gosh, you thought another girl talking to you about blah, blah, blah. Like, now I have an issue with you because of that."
Yeah,
Well,
because that's a whole thing too, right? Like, whether it's a guy or a girl, right? And regardless of how you're looking at it, but we tend to make big deals out of that,
mhm,
right?
which is an insecurity thing. That's
Right.
a whole
Having
other,
to do with validation,
yeah.
right? And so then we go down this whole other rabbit hole
Mhm.
of that playing a part.
Yeah.
And now we're going to let that affect our relationship when, our partner tried to actually come to us and have a conversation about the validation or about their needs
Mhm.
and try to resolve that.
And I think even to go a little bit deeper, like, I think oftentimes when we're seeking the validation, it can be these really negative things that honestly, like, we don't want to be chased. Like, they don't actually make us feel that good,
Mm-mm.
but we're doing it because of this unmet need that we have. And
Mm-hmm.
so at the end of the day, if you can start like recognizing what that unmet need is and being able to take it to your partner, that's drastically going to make a difference as well.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, again, your partner needs to be open to like hearing it and not just automatically taking it and making it about themselves, because that's what we often do. And that's, a whole other issue. But if we can like start bringing these things to our partner and saying like, hey, I identified like this, this comment made me feel good. I know I wouldn't feel good like chasing that comment, but I think that I need a little more, attention from you. Like, I think maybe we're just disconnected right now, and I really could use some more connection with you.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about that? Like, could be drastically different than, oh, this person talked to me and now you're upset and jealous because someone talked to me. And now it's a whole issue that didn't need to be an issue per se.
Right. Yeah, no, 100%. I think with that, identifying something, I identify where you feel like you need validation, right?
Mhm.
Writing that down, pick 2 or 3 areas within yourself that you feel like you need validation from someone else or something else,
Mhm.
from outside of yourself, and start working on why that is and the root cause. And this loops all the way back to trauma and childhood and past relationships, right?
Mhm.
From our earlier episodes.
Mhm.
But taking that, identify those things, talk to your partner about those things,
Mhm.
and start working towards validating yourself in those areas.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure. If you can identify just like a couple things, like, I don't feel like my partner tells me I'm pretty enough, and then start down that like rabbit hole of, well, why do you need your partner to tell you that you're pretty? Like, what's making you feel like you need that? Where does that come from? Like, does he actually tell you that and you're not really hearing it? Like, just really sit and kind of analyze it, and then being able to take it to your partner and being like, hey, I kind of struggle with feeling like I need you to tell me that I'm pretty, and I don't feel like you've been doing it. Can we talk about that? And just kind of see where that conversation goes.
Yeah. And then once you've done that, you can start making a change, changing that internal conversation within
Mhm.
yourself.
Yeah,
Check.
remember to also start doing that with yourself, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you feel like you need your partner to tell you you're pretty, well, you probably need to start like validating yourself and telling yourself, reminding yourself that you are pretty,
Mm-hmm.
that you are beautiful, that you are worthy.
Yeah. All right, go do it. Take it, identify 2 or 3 things, figure out what those things are, and start changing that within yourself and within your relationship so you're not seeking those things. Figure out why you do it and change it.
Yeah. Go do it.
Yeah. All right, on that note, guys, Thanks for listening. We'll see you on the next go around.
Bye, guys.